Supplemental math videos from Circle Christian School.
Transformations, rigid movement, translations, reflections, and rotations. These are the basic tenets of the game Tetris. Geometry in games. A transformation is the movement of a rigid shape and all of its points equally. A translation is a glide or a slide. A reflection is a flip over a fixed point or a line, usually the x or the y-axis. And a rotation is a degree measurement about a fixed point, usually origin or 0, 0. Think of it as the second hand on a clock, and the shape is at the tip of the second hand, rotating around the clock. Here are examples of transformations. The translation, which is the slide or the glide, it's just sliding either up, down, right, or left, or somewhat diagonally. The reflection, a flip, and a rotation, the figure at the end of the second hand of a clock. Motion rules are the math of the movement. And if we put the shape into a coordinate plane, it actually gives each point a value, and then you can see the transformation happen. For translations, what it usually looks like is that we have for x and y, that x is going to be plus or minus a value, and y is going to be plus or minus a value. Reflections, which generally happen over the x or y axis, that over the x-axis for xy, the y changes the sign. And over the y-axis, the x changes the sign. And on rotations, they move either clockwise or counterclockwise at so many degrees. Here are some math examples. So let's say we have point A, which is 3, -1. And we want to add 2 to the x and take away 4 from the y. The image will now be at A prime, 5, -5. If we do a reflection over the x-axis for point A, 3, -1, the image will be now at A prime, 3, +1. And a reflection over the y-axis for point A, 3, -1, the image will now be at A prime, -3, -1. Just note the sign change.